Welcome to Just Say This, the place to get all the help you need for the Birds and Bees Talks. I'm your host, Amy Lang. Just a quick reminder, this show is for grown-ups because I'll be swearing. There'll be lots of swears, and then I'll also be talking about grown-up sex. I can guarantee that your kids do not want to listen to this, and they really don't want to listen to it with you. You've been warned. Do you have a question for me? Please give me a call. The phone number is 206-926-1522, 206-926-1522, and I will answer on the show. And if you have a funny sex talk story, please call in those as well, 206-926-1522. Thanks. It's time for your weekly chirp. What's a chirp? It's a script. I'll be picking one topic every other week and give you a script. So are they going to be perfect? Oh my God, no. And if you don't like it or you have a real problem with it and you feel like you need to let me know, please don't be a dick about it. They're not going to be perfect. So you need to tweak the language to suit your family. The next thing is this. Is it going to get the ball rolling? That's the goal. I'm going to give you one little thing to talk to your kids about and you can get at it. If your kids are younger, you're going to dumb the language down, make it simpler. If they're older, you're going to make it more complicated. These are actually directed at 9-year-olds. So enjoy this week's chirp. Alrighty, here we go. Again, from my Sex Talks with Tweens new book that will be out in the spring, we've got a chirp/script on wet dreams. As usual, everybody needs to know about wet dreams. Here we go. Sometimes after puberty start, a person with a penis can have something called a wet dream or nocturnal emission. This is when they have an orgasm and ejaculate when they're asleep. It doesn't happen to everyone, but when it happens, some kids might think they wet the bed. They didn't. It's just semen. This is why it's important for kids to learn how to do their own laundry so they can wash their sheets if they're feeling a little shy or private about having a wet dream. Asterisk, any excuse to get them to do their own laundry is a good one. Even people with clitorises can have orgasms in their sleep, but it's a little different because they usually don't ejaculate. And if they do, it's a teeny tiny amount of liquid. Please be sure to let people know with clitorises they can orgasm in their sleep because they should know that because you put that in their brain and then maybe they're going to have the fun of doing that when they're sleeping. Just a note about the asterisk, I included some side comments in the book, some things that are a little snarky maybe or informative that didn't make sense to include in the script, but just a little extra info for you. All right. I know you're eagerly awaiting my lovely new book. I'm very excited, as you can tell. Just a little FYI, I'll be having a launch party at some point, so I'm going to be giving away things, books and other things. I have some books that are hilarious and for kids, but not really for kids. Anyway, it's going to be fun, so keep your ears tuned, and thanks as usual for listening. Actually, thank you for being a listener and rating and reviewing. It really helps the podcast get out there in the world. I've had an increase in listenership over the last couple months, so I love that, and I'm blaming you. Alrighty, thanks. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that my new book, Sex Talks with Tweens, What to Say and How to Say It, is going to be available this spring. If you want to keep up with me and find out when it's available, if you go to birdsandbeesandkids.com and click on the freebies in the upper right-hand corner, you'll get added to my newsletter list, and you'll get a couple of cool things like 7 steps to rock the talks. Alrighty, stay tuned. That's it for this week. Thanks to everyone who's been calling in. The number's 206-926-1522, so please leave me a message if you have a question or a tale from the trenches. And thank you to Melanie Smith, my producer, and to Rolf, who wrote the Birds and Bees and Kids theme song.